describe to me what partner shaming is and the most common ways it shows up for you when you see it.
Yeah, so partner shaming is basically the phenomenon of one person. We see this more in women than men, but men absolutely partner shame.
Oh, yeah,
They do.
for sure.
And non-binary people partner shame as well. I haven't caught any yet, but
Mm-hmm.
they for sure do it. The partner shamer will secretly record something their partner is doing or discuss something their partner did, something cringe, embarrassing, bad, will then post it publicly on social media, inviting the criticism, opinions, and often merciless bullying to their partner. These videos tend to blow up to the millions, to a point that people are even admitting that they will make them up for views to promote their business, things like that. And
God, that's
what typically
gross. I'm sorry. That's just like, that's your partner and you're using it for business purposes and just damaging their name, man or woman, they or them. That's awful.
Yeah. And so then it's always a formula. They secretly record and shame the partner, either for clout, attention, or just validation. Sometimes they don't know that it's going to blow up, but nonetheless, they did it for validation and for attention. That's always the main reason. Then there's the consequence. Either the partner finds out, or they start getting some backlash in the comments, rightfully calling them out for what they're doing. And when this happens is when we get the just kidding, we're fine video, which is typically them coming in and saying like, oh, I didn't know this would blow up. I just had to get some things off my chest. But no, they're like actually a really great partner. And so you guys are actually the problem by taking this too far. You guys need to calm down. They always turn it back around on us, the viewer,
for reacting.
They're like, you guys took this way too far.
I mean, comment sections do. They do for sure, but you instigated the scenario.
Yeah, and so then it becomes a situation of like, well, now I have someone else to blame. The commenters, they did take it a little too far, and so now they're the real reason this blew up, not me.
Yeah. So it's just about attention?
Typically attention and the validation. This is, I mean, even before partner shaming, before posting things to social media was a thing, there was always some version of the group chat, be it like the crocheting club or the locker room. There was always some version of like, can you fucking believe this shit Randy did?
Yeah.
But now I don't think people were even ready for how powerful the partner shaming machine really is.
So what is it? What's the damage that you seen done after one of these partner shaming videos blows up?
To be honest, I don't think that any of us ever get to see the real damage. What I've been able to see is I've certainly seen some people posting things in the aftermath of like, oh, well, now we're fighting. There's obviously some marital or relationship issue. So far, though, typically the partners, I would say, always stay together.
Yeah.
It very rarely, even in the one that you were referring to, the couple, I think the first episode was, oh, this leads to divorce. But in the end, they called off the divorce. They decided to stay together. What's really funny is I think that a lot of these partner shamings end up bringing couples closer together in the end.
Really?
Yeah, there was with the whole wife strike, husband strike, partner shaming drama. They went on a podcast and we were talking about how because of the drama that came out with the partner shaming, it became instead of them against each other, it was like them versus the commenters versus the haters.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of what it is too is men especially have this inherent desire to protect their partner,
yes,
to protect their wives.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's true what a lot of men say, that a lot of their relationship is based on status, then their wife's character is their character too. And so for a lot of men, they don't even give a shit that their wife just shamed them on the internet. They just want to help their wife get out of it.
Yeah. I don't know that I would have the same. I mean, I would still want to protect my wife, but she would also need to be accountable for the fact that she put our business out on the internet instead of having a conversation with me about it and then try to make me look
Yeah.
bad. Like, that's a trust thing. That would violate my trust with my partner if they did something like that to me.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of us would kill to be flies on the wall for those conversations after the partner shaming victim finds out about the video and confronts the partner shamer. I think we'd all love to really see how that plays out. And I think a lot of viewers of the partner shaming series, they're always craving for the shamed partner to come out and like make a clapback video or something. And it just really doesn't happen a lot of the times because people who become partner shamers tend to have very private partners. That's the crazy, like,
Really?
additional awful part as well, is so many of these videos, when they come out with the just kidding, we're fine video, it always involves them saying something along the lines of like, we would just like this to end because my partner's really private. And I think a lot of it is that they never expected their partner to see it or find out because of how private they are. These are people who don't go on social media.
People who don't understand the power that they
And so
have when they put that out there.
So just like in the locker room or at the knitting club, they never expect their partner to find out about this, which is the craziest part to me. Is like, my dad's been telling me, and my dad is not even computer literate like at all, but since I was a little kid, he's been telling me everything on the internet is forever. And yet no one seems to take that seriously, even in 2023.
I don't think they think it through to that level. They just think about their immediate emotion, which is why it's so important to like take a breath, maybe have a conversation with the person that you're with instead of the internet at large, because the internet is just going to side with their own personal feeling. It's not a logical back. That's why I do this podcast. Honestly, it's like, I want to have these conversations, but there's so much nuance in it that needs to be said, and there needs to be a back and forth in order for people to not project their own things onto that conversation.
Yeah, and it what's so crazy about the whole partner shaming phenomenon as well is whenever you see these like knee-jerk reactions from women of like, divorce him now, clearly what he's doing is divorce worthy, you're probably thinking in your head, these are women who care about other women. These are women who are pro female empowerment. However, as soon as the flip switches and the partner shamer says, actually, I'm going to stay with them, I just wanted to get this off my chest, the audience turns. They turn so hard and they're like, well, you're just an idiot. You're just an idiot who's willing to accept the bare minimum. Your standards are just on the floor then. And they turn into the biggest bullies
What
that
is
you
that?
can imagine.
Why do they do that?
I'm still trying to understand the whole psychology of it, but I think that a lot of people get it right when they say it's just miserable people who want to see other people miserable.